So, with Darren Sarll, working manager, a 0-0 draw, crowd of 9,000. You said some quite strong words about your team the last couple of weeks. What are your feelings after today?
I think their attitude was very good. I get frustrated with this talented group of men when we almost celebrate the days of good attitude. Today they should be commended for their effort and their enthusiasm, their organisation, their teamship, their resilience, all the things I said they didn't have last week. They should definitely be commended on that. And then it takes me full circle back to frustration, because it's a very, very talented group that's been put together here, and it should and could have done more.
So are you saying, in your opinion, you think this team had or has more potential than has been seen?
It depends, because at the moment we're going to look at this season and we're going to say this is a really good point away at Chesterfield. 0-0, a clean sheet, that doesn't happen. Draws, that never happens. We didn't throw anything in. We didn't give any stupid, silly chances away. So we're going to equate that to good performance, good effort. We've got to move beyond that. We have to move. We've got to look for more than that. I'm not saying we can do that in the next 12 months, but we've got to target trying to do that. We should have won the game. We should have won the game. We've had the best chances in this game. I thought we should have had a penalty in the FE head kicked off in the box. Anywhere else on the pitch, a free kick should be a penalty. Kabamba should score. FE should score when he goes through. So, again, whether it be me, whether I'm tough or high expectation standards, I want more. And I don't want to be part of a squad where we're high-fiving every time someone runs around and makes a tackle. That should be absolute given. Absolute given. And they've done that today. So you must say they've done that very, very well today.
So in isolation, not a bad point, but in terms of where you and the board are wanting to take the club, it's looking for that step forward next season, isn't it? It's sort of threatening more at places like Chesterfield week after week.
Well, yeah, I mean, we threatened today, but we've got to get rid of this in isolation. This is a marathon of a season. We've drawn 5 games. We've drawn 5. How many we've lost from those drawing positions, in the last 15 minutes? I would have to go back to my data, but we've got to. I'm not saying we've got to start expecting winning leagues and being 10 points clear, but we've definitely got to get to a point where effort, teamship, organisation, physical fitness capabilities are not. We're not doing backflips and cartwheels every time we work hard. The capability of the team is high, but it's only high with a really, really strong engine. And an engine for any footballer is not their heart, it's not their lungs, it's their brain. That's where your mentality is. Your mentality isn't in your gut, it's in your mind. And that's what we've got to make sure we do, whether these players are with us or not with us. We've got to make sure that they embrace that they're on that demand for those types of performances week in, week out.
So phase 1 is now over, the season's over, you've had your assessment. You said in one interview that if you weren't a football manager, you'd be a trader. Is this where the wheeling dealing? Do you get a lot of buzz out of this next phase?
This is good, this bit. This is good. This is good. So this is the bit I enjoy the most. Obviously our resources are our resources. They're not the lowest, they're not the highest. And we've got to spend every penny as wisely as possible. I'm not going to get them all right, because no one does. We all get them right, we all get them wrong at times. But we've got to make sure we try and bring in as close to a team, in my opinion, that connects really quickly and well with our supporters. Because we want the supporters' energy is everything in the stadium. This is our first season back with supporters, and how important they are is beyond words. So we've got to make sure the team we now put into a Woking kit and behind a Woking badge is one that can connect with our supporters, because they expect or accompanying their qualities is a real desire and passion to work hard for their employer.
It's unfair to ask, who or how many or whatever, but as a fan of many years, I know this time of the season I'm sitting at work refreshing the Woking webpage probably far too many times.
You got to get alive.
I mental health to see has there been a signing come through? What sort of changes are happening? What can we as fans expect, say, the next 2 or 3 weeks to save our internet bill?
Well, this week is all about respect for the players here.
Yeah.
There could be some announcements by the end of the week. There might be some staffing announcements by the end of the week. I think over the next 4 or 5 weeks, it may go very, very quick and then tail off and then pick up pace again towards the start of the season. It may go slow and then fly the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks. That will be all determined by our resources and our capabilities. That's all that ever is. So I've worked very hard for 8 weeks. I've put to one side probably my favourite thing in my trade, which is coaching. Ian has 90% of the coaching, and I've made sure that all I've done is observe and assess internally and then make the necessary contacts and networking externally to ensure that we're best placed to act when someone becomes available. And that's the bit I like. I like spinning plates as many as I can and trying to catch it before it drops and smashes. That's all I like. So, and I've always done that. And I'd like to think that my recruitment over my managerial career has been pretty strong.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for your time, Darren. Now, you said last week you're getting a break, but you'll be on the phone the whole time you're away.
Oh, I love it.
The football manager's life, eh?
No, it's brilliant because when the kids get a little bit annoying, you just pretend you're on the phone and you walk off. No. I'm excited because I'm excited of the possibilities of this squad with some help, or some of this squad with some help. I'm excited by the players that will be staying and getting better and learning. I've always had a big thing working with younger players or developmental players. We're not going to get everyone we want from within or out. There'll be players in the squad that have made offers and they don't want to be here. They don't want to play for me, they don't want to play for Woking, or Woking doesn't have enough money, or whatever the excuse or reason is, they won't be staying. But those that don't stay, I wish them very, very best in their careers. And the ones that are going to stay, we are going to work. We're going to work very, very hard to make sure that we stay in games longer. We've got more resilience, we've got more character, and all pre-season we won't just be training fitness, we'll be training character and developing character. And that's the bit, and we'll take them to that point where character's the only thing that can get them through, because their lungs and their legs would have been taken to a different point. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to having a recruitment window with some hope, some potential and some hope. I'll work very hard on trying to get this right. Ian has been excellent and has embraced my recruitment style, which leans a lot on him because I don't ever make the decision in isolation. John, Drew, Ian all get a chance to have their say on these players because it's not Darren Sarll FC, never will be, it's Woking FC. I want to make sure I make the best decisions possible for this one.
Brilliant. Well, thank you, Darren. We've enjoyed the last few weeks having you around, and have a great summer. We'll see you soon.
Top man. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, lads.